How do you describe a successful marriage?
Okay, thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. To me, let me start by saying that there's no perfect marriage, but there are marriages that are working. And the extent, all right, or the standard that you set for your own home, if you are meeting it, then, you say, okay, my marriage is successful. We have different references that we use when we are setting standards for our marriages, depending on your faith, on your belief system. However, the ultimate is between the two people that are involved in the marriage. I was thinking about something today, and I didn't even know that, okay, this question was going to come. And what just came to my mind in the bathroom was, what makes a marriage work? And it just dawned on me that marriage works on competition. Uh-huh.
How?
Good. The competition is not to outdo ourselves in who is better. The competition is on who is going to sacrifice more. So if I'm out to make more sacrifices than my wife, and my wife is trying to sacrifice more than me, the marriage will be successful. The reason being that I'm going to be looking out for what I can do to make things work, while she is looking out for what she can do to make things work. Not waiting to say, okay, oh, he's not doing this. He's supposed to have done that. All right, when we go that route, definitely the marriage will crumble. So being in a setting, in the marriage setting, for a few years, by the grace of God, by March 6th, we'll be 26 years in marriage. And I can say that sacrifices has been made by both of us, and we are still making it. All right. There are times that when she has jobs, we'll be in the same building. I will not see her all through the night. All right. And yes. And I will have to sleep alone. All right.
Lonely.
Good. But I need to look at something that she's pursuing a purpose at that point in time. All right. So I have to support her to be able to achieve her goals for that period. And there are times that, okay, I'll go to work, all right, and she calls, sometimes she calls in the office, she calls me in the office, all right, and the way I'll answer, I'll be so much in a hurry, she will understand that the guy is busy, probably in a meeting and things like that. So there is that allowances, all right, that, okay, he behaves this way because he must be passing through one thing or the other, not overthinking, oh, why did he do that, or why did she do that, all right? So when we're in competition of who is going to sacrifice more, the marriage will be successful. So back to your question. When things are working based on our standard, not based on Nollywood standard, not even based on our pastor's standard, all right? Okay. Yes, not based on our pastor's standard, but on the standard that the two of us who are involved in it have set for ourselves, all right, that our marriage is successful. Thank you.
Wow. So based on the standards that the parties involved have set for themselves. I like that. Thank you, sir. Okay, the next question. I'll throw this to Mr. Amari. This is still general question. Sorry, Mrs. Amari. I'm sorry. Mrs. Amari. What were the little mistakes that you made that would have destroyed your marriage? What were the little mistakes that you made that would have destroyed your marriage? And the second B part of that question is, and how did you overcome or make amendments to restore your relationship?
Okay, so, well, basically, before there was even a marriage, a major one was having to approach my mom to tell her that I wanted to marry because of the kind of childhood that I had. It was difficult going to meet with her. And I mean, he had asked me, look, we've done basically everything. You all are born again spirit. We've done everything from here to here. And there was nothing else to do. And then it's like, it's time to get married. Let's get married. And for some reason, I was afraid. Being raised by a single mom, it was kind of hard, going to meet her to tell her that, I was ready to settle. So that one, first of all, cost me, basically a lot. And the young man wasn't, he was like, look, I'm ready. I want to get married. I want to move on. And if you're not ready or if you can't do this, then, let's call it quits. And so, so it took me coming to, with his help. If you know him, you know that, to have a good man, to have a good partner, to have a stronger person as a partner works a lot. So wherever you have a weakness, somehow that person covers for you. And so he literally bullied me, into doing what I needed to do because that was all I needed to do to get onto the next level. And so, I say bully in a good way, if you know what I mean, not in a bad way, made me understand that this was what we needed to do. So much so we went behind or bypassed her, so to speak, and started looking for my relatives. Being because I'm like from a dysfunctional family, so it was really hard. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying it the way I'm saying it. So, and then she being a single mom just wanted things done in a particular way, and we weren't going in a particular way. In fact, we're going in the opposite direction. The kids had come and everything else had happened, and all of that. So with his help, how did I overcome the mistakes? With his help, with his encouragement, with his, worry style, ruffle, anyhow, kind of way. He helped me. He was the strength. He was my strength when I was weak. Anyhow, so he was the strength that I needed to do what I needed to do, and that saved me. That gave me a marriage today. Thanks, Bo. And then in my marriage now, I've always wanted to. There's certain things I've always wanted to do, and my husband basically would say to me, for all the jackbeists, I'm just gonna go there. For all the jackbeists, I always told my husband, basically that I wanted to leave. And my husband says, look, if you leave, our marriage is dead. I don't know, I'm not be speaking to anybody, I might be speaking to somebody. If you leave, like here now, because we didn't have all our eggs in a row, all the pegs weren't, properly fixed. And I didn't see that at the time. I just want to, what, everybody was doing it, so let's do it, kind of thing. And he said, look, if you do this now, this marriage is over, And it took God, and it took wisdom, and it took patience, and it took him, just being the stronger person, the bully, to make me understand, that if I had done what I really wanted to do at the time, it would have ended our marriage. And so I listened, and we're here going on, following after engineer, going on 17 years this year.
Wow.
By the grace of God, yes. So yeah, that's it. That's why we have a marriage today. Thank you.
Can we celebrate that, please? Mr. Labi, the same question.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. I think I can only remember an incident. I think we were just married about 3 or 4 years, 3 years. Okay, so I you're my friend now. You know how I was before. So I had a lot of friends. Let me use that word, friends. I was still in touch with a few of them. Nothing really serious, but I was still in touch. And then somehow, usually she doesn't even check my phone and all that. And I don't know what happened that day. She just came and said, can I see the phone? I said, because I wasn't really, I said, go ahead. So she went through and saw the. So as at then, I didn't see it as okay because we are married. Am I supposed to disconnect? So our reaction opened my eyes like, oh,
You are
okay,
now married.
okay, of course, I had to beg and keep begging. I think that would have brought a major chaos because before we got married, it was a statement to me that no matter how far we have gone, if this happened, it would be a major. So I already saw the way the reaction was coming, and I was like, but I didn't even mean all of this. But she was able to. I was able to beg, and of course, she found a way to. But since then, of course,
Never.
because sometimes I think knowledge matters because it's the first place of deliverance. You need to know. You need to come to the knowledge that, oh, okay. Until you get to that point, you will still be giving reasons for. Because I didn't know at all until then. So I think that would have been the. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir.
Thank you very much. Normally, when people hear about marriages that have been long, all right, they feel that, okay, things has been working perfectly well. I'll talk about some mistakes, all right, that I've made that would have actually ended the marriage a long time. One of them is malice. Yeah. And let me say, how did I get into that? I learned from my father that when you are angry, you keep quiet. And there's a thin line between keeping quiet and keeping malice.
Okay.
Yes. So now, if you are able to dispense with your anger on time, all right, it's not going to lead to malice.
Okay.
But in a situation where you are angry for a longer time, it becomes malice. All right, so it took my wife, or it has always taken my wife to be the stronger one to say, okay, sweetheart, we need to talk about this.
Please, can
All
we
right.
can we celebrate her, please, for that?
So, and that's why that's why I said at the beginning that the two people that are in marriage, they are the ones that make the marriage to work. All right. So, thank you very much for that.
Okay, Mrs. Alabi, please, why did you forgive when such incidents happened? Why did you really forgive? Okay, okay. Or have you forgiven?
Okay. Yeah, yes, I have actually. That's
Okay.
why we are still together. Tonight.
Oh,
So I
please, can we
have.
celebrate that, please? Can we
So,
celebrate that? Thank you for that.
So the first thing is trust.
Okay,
So yes,
trust.
I trust. I really know that nothing happened, but I wanted to understand that what he did was wrong, keeping in contact with those before we go people he had met before we got married. So I needed to realize that's realization, realize that what he did, and also he should also, like he said, there should be a knowing that, and there's a question I asked him. I think that was the turnaround, that was the click for him. I said, how would you react if it was the other way around? Do you understand? And me knowing my husband is very protective, will I say jealous, and yes, I think let's just leave it at that too. So I think he looked at him in a very weird way, like, how can you even say that? And then I said, okay.
No, we be man now. So, so sometimes we still prove that we be man. So we
So-
get that ego.
So he looked at me very weird, like, how can you even think of that? How can you even say that? And then it dawned on him that that's true. If it's the other way around, he will not find it funny. So like I said earlier, it's trust. I trusted that he didn't do anything, but I just wanted him to realize that what he was doing at that point in time was wrong. And then when he understood, it's fine. Although once in a while, when I want something from him, I'll just use it against him, like I did this, and then and then he opens the door. So I think it's just trust. I
Wow.
trusted him, yes.
Please, can we celebrate them? Please, if you have your question, please prepare them because we soon get to that. Okay, Mr. Amari, sir, what are your commitments that keep you going and growing in your marriage? What are your commitments?
Well, commitment to me is, my father has always taught me that I'm responsible for my family,
You are responsible
for myself and my family.
Oh.
Yes. Responsible in the sense that everything is on me. Every other thing that comes from the family is a support.
Are you serious?
Yes, that's a commitment. The commitment is the fact that because my wife wants an outing today,
Okay.
I have to leave Port Harcourt to Anambra here today.
Wow.
Because
Please, can
She
we
wants me here.
celebrate that commitment?
you know,
Is that why I'm asking you for commitment?
yeah, that's the commitment. So the commitment is the fact that I'm responsible for her. Her happiness is my responsibility. The happiness of the children is my responsibility. Everything they can give to me is support. And I've learned one thing. It's interesting how the little things are the ones that matter. The cost of coming to Port Harcourt is more expensive than the cost of this event that I had to pay.
Wow.
But I always tell people,
Are we together, please?
family is emotions. It's not transactional. So it's not the money. If we have to pay for pay a billion naira to have your family happy and together and peaceful, I believe a family is all about peace of mind, peace, faith. Once you're happy at home, the office may be hot. When you think of home, you're happy because you're coming back home. It keeps me going. So I think more for me is the fact that I am responsible for my family.
Wow.
You touch my son, I touch you. You touch my wife, I finish you. So the truth about it, my wife is protected. Even in our own family, I say, your husband a madman, no touch him. Even our own blood. Whether she's right or wrong. But that is, Yoruba say Adeori, right? So, there must be a ceiling. Say, so because of me, you won't touch my family because you now come after you. So it's just a sense of responsibility that gives me that. Thank you.
Wow. Please, can we celebrate that? I hope our questions are being put together. We are coming to that very soon, very, very soon, so that we can round up. Now, Mrs. Akerele, then I'll come to my wife. Please get ready. Mrs. Akerele, how do you set boundaries to your in-laws to reduce or prevent their interference into your marriage? Please let me give her the mic. How do you set boundaries to your in-laws to reduce or prevent their interference into your marriage?
Okay, one thing I try to do is give them opportunity to get what they want. For instance, when they come in to ask for a particular thing, and they come to me, I'll make sure my husband does it.
Okay.
I make sure he does it because if he does not do it, the access door will be open. They will keep coming.
Okay.
And as they keep coming, a lot of things can spoil. I allow them to get what they want. For instance, my brother-in-law needed something, and it took a whole lot. We had to make sure we made that provision. Because my husband keeps saying, if you don't do this for them, tomorrow they'll come after you. And so to create that boundary, we go the extra mile to help,
Okay.
not to push them away. We go an extra mile to help so that we would have settled some aspects of their challenges. And with that, they don't interfere too much. That is one way. And two, the second one is let them know this is where it stops.
Okay.
For instance, a woman, I hear people say, okay, my in-law comes in and takes things in the house. I will not let you come and take because I will give you.
Okay.
So when I give you, you don't have the right to come in and just take it like that. So if you want to take, you know that there is somebody in the house. At least you ask for permission and you take. But as much as possible, to help to draw that line is when they come, we make sure that we do what we need to do. When we do what we need to do, they will not stretch.
Okay.
They will not pass the boundary.
Okay.
Like, oh, this is my brother, I have to do this, I have to do this. No, that opportunity is not there because before you even do it, we would have settled it. So with that, I think it helps to draw the boundary.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you very much. I think this goes to husband. Please, you are the protector, all right, of your wife. You need to help your wife to be able to set boundaries. Most of the time, if the woman needs to do that by herself, she's going to have issues with your family. There are things that what we cannot sustain, we should not start.
Oh.
Yes, a case in point was while we were in Port Harcourt, we invited my mom, and I could remember was it afternoon or evening? I think it was afternoon. My mom, after my wife had prepared the soup, so my mom asked her to come and dish food. I mean, it's soup for her. And she said, Mommy, there's no problem, you can go. And I said, no. And I said, go and dish the food for Mommy. To my mom, I was fighting that my wife should respect her. All right?
Okay.
Good. She was angry. But when we got to the room, I told her, I said, I'm doing this because of you. Once you give access once, you can't stop that access again. Now, you are the one to manage whatever we have. Let's paint a scenario. If you have 3 pieces of meat remaining in the soup, if your husband is at work, you can decide to give Mommy 1 piece of meat and boil an egg. Because you're already thinking about when my husband comes, he needs to take maybe 1 meat and egg. I'll take 1 meat and egg. But Mommy is already used to taking 2 pieces of meat. If she has access to the pot of soup, she will take 2 pieces of meat, and you now start saying, oh, she's supposed to be considerate. No. So help your wife to set the boundaries. And please, no family members you visit without a timeline.
Okay.
All right? There shouldn't be an open check, blank check. Oh, it's just my family. He can stay as long as he likes. No. You're going to cause trouble in your home, all right, over time, because if I misbehave to my family, they'll forgive me. It's as simple as that. If my wife does 1/10 of what I would do to my family, they will never forgive her.
Did you get that?
So it is better, all right, to help her to set the boundaries. And of course, likewise, all right, if our family demands something, I will discuss with her. All right. And there's something, if they are fighting, that's their business. I will tell her, I'm going to do what an in-law is supposed to do. Okay. Your problem with your family, you take care of it. All right? So that's how to help your spouse to set boundaries. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, let's celebrate them.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, sir.
No, this topic is a deep one for me, and I'll tell you what the engineer just said. You protect your wife. But I went beyond that. It was a war, coming from a straight family, even as a girlfriend, nobody wanted me to marry my wife. You know how people who are father and mother, anybody that is raised by a single mother, we feel in a marriage. So don't bring her. It's just paramount. And, I went home and everybody was happy. Next thing, I saw one of my sisters. Say, hey, yeah, pastor have come. Pastor, okay. Me, pastor. Say, yes, that woman is a bad woman. my babe started crying. And I look at her and say, are you normal? Cry? Me? I got here, I move forward. Pastor, what God do you serve? That is not as powerful as destroying and removing the spirit from this woman. The pastor started looking at me. My father looked and said, Papa, that answered the question. He's a fake pastor. But if he's a real pastor, he will deliver her and give her to me because it's what I want. We had a situation even as a girlfriend. Maybe you won't understand. We dated for about 12 years out of this so-called 17 years. Yeah, I dated her for 12 years from the university. Because of all these obstacles, we could not even marry. Wow. So the 17 years you're in supposed to be 30 years.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So, they would call her, your girlfriend's passed. She didn't greet us. Why? That was one of the questions that was tough for me to answer. And I told them, don't you think if I told her to greet you, she would have greeted you? So it's my fault.
Wow.
So there's a place to be responsible.
Wow.
And I'm telling you, my own, mother-in-law's place, I've incorporated myself as part of the family.
Wow.
So she has an elder brother. I'm the second born in the family. So I tell my mother-in-law, talk to me as your son. I'm older than her in the hierarchy of this family. When I talk to my mother-in-law about my wife, I don't call her her daughter. I say my wife.
Wow.
The other day she has to ask me, you say, I wonder whether I may born. I say, I don't pay. Not my wife. So, you see, the way you refer to your wife, little things matters. When you start telling your wife's family, your sister, your daughter, you're denying her. But own her. When I made a statement the other time, I say, don't touch her, the husband, a madman. It's just protect her. I have to double my grace to protect my family. So I think we have to stand up for the people we call our own them, and actually protect them. Correct our things by ourselves. And the in-law, but I won. The last time when I spoke here, if your father-in-law or your in-law is the one feeding you people, you will suffer. So if you know you are not ready to marry, you cannot take care of yourself, don't marry. Because they say who pays the piper dictates the tune. Thank you.
Thank you. Please, can we put us together? All right. Please, my wife, can you take the microphone? Thank you. How do you deal with extramarital feelings? Most especially when you see a guy who appears cuter, finer, fresher, and in some cases richer than me.
When I met you,
Okay.
I'm sure a lot of people can testify.
Okay.
The money wasn't there.
You never even did it.
So I didn't marry you for any of those things.
Oh, I'm blushing.
I just loved you for who you are and the person you brought out in me, because I was going through a whole thing. I was also raised by a single mom. Tough. Should I go ahead and say this? And my marriage failed. Yes. So my husband isn't the first person I married. I married at 2021.
That is courage.
I ran away from home because my house was hot. My mom wasn't finding it easy. So the only escape route for me was just to tell her, I'm getting married. Then I left the house. So it was that bad. So baby, when I met you and I married you, you took me for who I am. You didn't see those things because I told him, I said, this is it. If you want to stay, stay. If you don't want to stay, just go. And he didn't leave. He didn't. He said, I want a wife, not a girlfriend. So if I see someone who comes with millions now, we still have our bozo.
Now, everyday thing now.
You can't even live with us. You can't even cope with me because I'm complicated with all the issues. But he's been able to still love me the way I am. So I can imagine the man coming with all this money, how he will manage me.
No, we died
and,
there.
And love me.
We died there. We died
When I met him, I used to tell him, guy, please be going. I want to marry an allergy.
Yes, I remember.
Yes. I wanted to settle for an allergy. Just give me the house. Anytime you like, just let me just be. I don't want. And he would be like, you can imagine somebody saying, you want to marry an allergy. I wanted my space. I wanted my peace. I've gone through so many bad things. But today, he has made marriage work for me. I enjoy it. So when I shout and I behave like a mad woman, he doesn't even feel it. So I can imagine somebody with all your money and all your English want to come and manage me. Want to come and love me. If you don't have that love, you cannot love me. Because as you're saying, hey, my mind is doing, they play, they whine me. You know, my mind is telling me so many things, like different things. And I'm like, when he came, I told him 3 years. He said 4 years. I said, guy, I'll be going. But I don't know how he managed it. He still loved me. So I don't see other men, my dear. Calm down. I see you. So when I put my life into whatever you're doing, it's not because you will make that money. Do you understand, baby? The money will come. It's because of you've done so much for me that, you know, sometimes I just be like, see how you are misbehaving, self. This man, will he even still love you? And he will come back and he will be playing, you know. I'm this type that when it's hot, let's give it hot. Don't play. And I will ask him, what is funny? Why are you joking with this thing? Can't you be serious for once? And he will be like, baby, life is not like this. So I've forgiven you before you even, I know you will do it, but I've forgiven you. Those things used to bring tears to my eyes. So baby, it's not the money.
Okay.
You are handsome. You want to see him stand? You want to see him stand? He's cute.
Oh, my God.
So everything will fall
in place.
Yes, in time.
All right.
Thank you so much. And I still love you. Leave Alaji alone.
Thank you. Thank you. Please, can you celebrate one more time? Okay, just briefly, please let's get the questions around. I want to just, say a few things from what, respond to a few things she has said. One of the things that, keeps me moving in the marriage is that when I met my mother-in-law, in fact, the food when they cook for me that day turned my head. I chop well. But my mother-in-law told me, she said, if you must marry my wife, you must marry me. I don't know if you understand.
Being the only girl.
Being the only girl.
Yeah.
Which means I can't, I must give her access to see her daughter, relate with her daughter and all that. And I told my mother-in-law, I said, I have studied her and I've found qualities in her. And each time we have boss, and I ask myself, will I go and meet my mother-in-law? I say, I don't see the qualities again, no. Because that's the truth.
No, you've forgotten that she told you that there's still room.
In the house, you can imagine.
After the first one had, packed up.
So apparently they just felt that she will still come back. But she's not going anywhere. Then the second thing was when the day we got married, in the presence of witnesses, And they asked me, because that's why I encourage myself with that. They asked me, do you take this lady as your loving wife? And they did not cover my eyes. I did not drink. Do you understand? I was with my senses. And I said, yes, I do. Do you understand? He was talking about taking responsibility. If you had said, yes, you do. So why would you not come back and say, yes, I do not do?
I undo. I undo.
Sir? He must be. Yes, I don't, I do not, I do. So we profess that, love, and we confess that to everybody that we love ourselves. So those are the qualities that, keeps me moving. And for the fact that, Joy is coming, please. And for the fact that a smile is killing. Yes. It's so attractive and no, Joro. And that smile is so sexual. Lago.
I want to ask, so why can't women just go straight to what their problem is? They just beat around the bush and they expect you to know what the issue is.
That's how we are wired.
I disagree.
Now, the issue here is most times we expect that our husband should know some basic things. For instance, I woke up and I'm not feeling fine.
Okay.
You are looking at me and you are not even asking what is wrong with you. You are not bothered
is
about.
Is he the one that gave you a headache?
No, he's not the one, but at least you have seen me. My countenance has changed. Obviously, there's something wrong.
What should be your countenance?
Yes, but why am I in the same house with him? It's not, it's my own. So, okay, communication. Now, there is something they call verbal and non-verbal communication.
Uh-huh.
Verbal, you talk.
Uh-huh.
Non-verbal, you can see the body movement. Abi? So, you have seen that things are changing about this person. You are not saying anything.
She has answered. She said.
So we expect that. We expect that sometimes. Somebody said communication. Even if we are not saying it, you should be sensitive to our needs. So that's why sometimes we may not really come out.
Women
and say,
supporting women.
Yes.
No, don't see it as if they are focusing on me. No, we are here together. See, if your marriage works well, it's the beauty of what you are putting together. If my marriage works well, it's the beauty of what we are putting together. We are not attacking marriage. No. We are not attacking personalities.
Okay. Okay.
Go ahead, ma.
Okay, sir. Help me. Me and you lie down for bed.
Okay.
Eh?
Yes.
We naked.
Yes.
Eh?
Yes.
We can go to Yakuyo anytime.
Okay.
Okay. I carry my leg. I put on your body.
Okay.
You they look me. I carry your hand. I put on my body. Mm-hmm. You they look me. What's happen?
Now
Must I tell you, say go to Yakuyo?
No, I'm coming. No, that's a different scenario, really. No, listen. Women really don't like to go straight to the point. So for instance, right? This can be a woman's problem.
Okay.
But she'll be dancing around other things, hoping you should understand. So why are you just being like a helicopter just flying around? Land on something so that we can deal with this. Because when you keep dancing, I'll be guessing, is it the bottle of water? Is it the cup? Is it the plate? And I'm getting more confused. But you should have just said, this is the issue, we trash it, and it's done. Makes life easy for men.
I think what you have just done is advise the women. Please, come straight. I think that's just what we need to do. It's a general problem. Trust us that we will face it and we'll do it. Madam, you see, that matter when you discuss so. Because I get wife here when we say, if you hold me, I want. He said, it's not every time I hold you that I am. So, what do you expect me to do? He says, yeah. You understand? He said, it's not every time I hold you, I want you. He said, exactly, they here. What do you think?
You see?
No.
Okay.
Yes, madam, help us.
Okay. Shebi, we did it just now.
Yes.
They say kiss your husband.
Yes.
Abi?
Yes.
That shame, no matter how long you don't deal with this man, that shame was there. And if that shame not there, no say problem there.
He said the room, me and the only two of us. They shame for me.
Shame to tell and say, oh boy, why ya?
Not.
You understand? So, at least, at the...
Okay, you wrong for that one. Me, I will judge you for that one.
No.
I judge him.
No, it's not really, that is not really the issue.
Yeah.
That is not really the issue. I'm just trying to use that as
Yeah.
the point of contact. You
Yeah.
understand? Okay, at times, it might be, I want something, really, and I feel, I don't know, it might be if I tell him straight, he might not want it. So I'm just like, you know, I want you to take me out. Say it. Okay, at times I want us to sit down and read the Bible. You are doing something else. So I'll come and meet you.
Let's see it from the man's angle. You see, because we'll go round and round on this. The men want you to say it.
But it's difficult.
How now?
We are just like that.
Rewire the thing now.
The way the mind of, men works is different from the way the mind of the other gender works. Do you understand? Man is task-oriented. As simple as that. The way men set targets, they just go after it. Women, now let me break it down this way. Do you understand what it means for women to be in the kitchen at the same time, taking care of children? They are multitasking, doing things together at the same time. We men don't have that capacity. Do you understand? Men just want it straight. But women, no. They first of all, there's a video that was going viral, and I think, men will say, I'm sorry, straight away. We move on. But women, from point A to say sorry to point B, let's say from Ajah to LBS, it's a straight road, Abi. For men, they will just come from Ajah to LBS, I'm sorry. Women, from Ajah, they go to Obalende. From Obalende, the movement, as just to say sorry. Do you understand? So he said that we need to take that responsibility. You need to ask more and then read the mind. Once you read the mind, you may get it because you won't solve that problem. You can't solve that problem.
I think it's attention.
Attention.
Okay. Small one like this. 0.2, 0.0001. Me and you lie down for bed. Say I go toilet more than 10 times. They ask me, you saw me weak, you ask me, are you okay? Person when they okay, they go toilet 10 times.
What if you have appointments?
Which appointment? For toilet. 10 times. How many hours from night reach morning? Oh yeah, no. But if your temperature rise, baby, you are hot too. Are you okay? Is everything well? No, with a touch. Are you okay? No. He go stand and look you. Are you okay? But with a touch, your temperature is hot. You are hot.
What do women want?
Attention. 0.0001. It not reach 1%. That's what we want.
To the panelists.
Okay.
Directed to you precisely, sir.
Mr. Amari, right?
Yes, sir. How did you coach your wife to be able to open up to you sexually, like when she wants to have sex? Like, how did you do that for her to be comfortable? Someone like me.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
We are with you. We are with you.
I
Brother,
only know that they want me when they don't put water to bath. Waka past my front several times. Are you not going to bath? Once I hear you not going to bath, I have already known what should follow. So how did you do that? Thank you.
You're probably even better than he is. At least you have signs. So let me help you out there. Okay? You're probably even, at least there's signs to show that this is where you want to go. Because the truth about it is, when you want to have sex, for example, and my husband tell you, if you touch me, I'm going to, you were talking about Jakonde Abisu. I'm like, no, why are you going to Jakonde? Why don't you start from Ebute Meta? There's no foreplay, you just want to go to the Garden of Eden and pluck the fruit. No, that's not how to do it.
But now task you want now. Task now.
You have to work. You have to go around. You have to make all the parts ready. You have to oil the different places. You have to put in a little work. And I don't need to tell you. I'm not going to be the one to tell you that this is... I know. I just wanted to help him. That we're not even there yet. You have to work.
you see, that is how they betray us. Oh boy, I know they wait for sign. I'm very intentional. You see, that sign there has failed me several times. You know the story when I tell you so? Now one day they say, no, go straight. Rub back. Oh boy, I rub back from night. She sleep, leave me. I will never. In fact, when she carry and go Bible, I say, the Bible say, if you cannot hold yourself, marry. I know if you hold myself, now I marry. Sex to me, knacking. This is, if you know you don't want to knack, don't marry. I've gone traditionally. Knacking is only for married people. In fact, the only thing that you do in marriage that you cannot do outside marriage is knacking. So, see, sexual issues, you have to be very intentional. I want it. Even for my own faith, when I be Christian, God say, before you stop it, agree. Knacking is for two reasons. Pleasure and what? Procreation. Procreation. Who will do that one? Now God, Abi? You cannot give yourself a child. Leave the story. Science don't fail. You go do test to people. You will fail you many times. The only one you can give yourself is pleasure. That's why the only thing you can tell me to do without going straight is suck that bobby. It has not failed me. So, bros, I don't look for science. I am intentional. As I come, so at the goals, I don't beg and say, no fail me. I'll report you to God. If I now report to God, there is no two ways. Sexual activity in a marriage is intentional. By my faith, God said you should not even deny me. That before you fast to him, you should take permission from me. That's how I've read the Bible severally. So spiritually is right. When girl they misbehave for village, they say go marry before you disgrace us. So even morality, sex is the thing that should push you to marriage. So the knocking part, please, let's be very intentional, please. Thank you very much.
Yes, the knacking part is intentional. But the truth is, the body of a woman needs attention. So when you just go straight, you want to go to Jakonde and you just fire to Jakonde, you need to relax more.
But you don't buy fuel now. You don't buy fuel for the vehicle now.
Because the body of the woman does not respond the same way the body of a man responds. So there are certain things that you need to do to take that woman to Jakonde, so that when the two of you meet at Jakonde, the cruise goes sweet.
Okay, now, now, I'm putting this question to everybody now. You can answer this. Now, the way the body of women are wired is different from the way the body of men are wired, Abi. So why is it that women find it difficult to tell you where to go, to make it work faster? No. You don't understand. You know where the pleasure will come from
It is
your
the
own body.
intentionality. And there is no patience.
See, they don't
Because
deceive
they
us
are
staying.
intentional and they just want to go straight to the point. No, it's not about Bobby. There are times that you feel like Bobby should come in. But there are times that you need to touch maybe the feet or the shoulder.
See, hold on, I'm coming to you.
How do you make your wife comfortable enough to tell you? Because I'm talking from my own home. Are you all right? I'm talking from my own home. Okay. So, to what you said, there's still nothing. Someone like me, some of us are good with play. Mm-hmm. Very good with play. Mm-hmm. My problem is, tell me you want to go to Jakonde,
exactly.
But I should start from Shangote. In fact, I will go back to down, and start from there. But tell me that you want me to go to Jakonde. Don't come and be dramatizing too much about it.
They change it to Ibadan. Want to confuse me, so I've refused to be confused. Next tomorrow, they say start from America. I said a lie. Let me use this opportunity to analyze something. See, I ran through something today. I ran through something today in the past 6 months. Little things matter. So seriously, there's no one best way of doing these things. I mean, this is for the fun, but the truth about it, there's a place to allow them to relax. You know, for the sake of fun, yes, we're arguing, but there's a place to understand the little things these women want. It's not every time that you have to fight the cause because you will miss it. You will meet the place dry. I know dry, I know the sweet, bros. It's very important. You know, foreplay matters, you know. But I observed something. We've had, I didn't go to Anambra. I went to Anambra yesterday to be a father to a young man who lost his father many years ago, and he had a wife. And I was asking them, "Una don knack?" They said, no, they are waiting for their white wedding. The guest father is a pastor on the 13th. And I told the guest father, these things people are starting, it's not good. The real marriage don't happen. Let them start the matter here. You know? And I ran it through the boy's elder sister. I said, this is your brother. You sure saying this thing, they start 35, you never... I'm not seeing the vibe. You know, but no, the people that you keep on asking that, this very word, please, it scares me. What about those of us who are not sex people?
Who are not sexually compatible, right?
No, forget compatible. Say, well, I'm not a sex person. I don't know whether you've heard that word recently.
Yes,
You know what I discovered? All those people were people who used to have sex a lot. It has become a word of excuse. What we find out in the few people we've encountered is that their partners have stopped doing those little things. So they've killed sex.
Okay.
So that word, the people that have used that word most were big-time sex people. So these little things, please, it matters. I told Tibe, you know, from the first edition we had, and that lady, that's the only thing I took away 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That my man came, I was going to walk, and I told him to zip my gun for me. He refused. And I came back.
And I want to knock.
And the idiot wanted to unzip what he didn't zip. So little things, please. It's something I just needed to share here. That these little things they are talking about matters. Because over time, if we resist them, you know, we may have a way of building a resistance or something to force you. To force you. They're like that, so they can force you into being what you don't want to do. They deprive you. But please, don't use sex to fight our battles. I beg you.
I beg you.
I'm begging, please. You know, why did it happen? The way we treat people. My wife came to Port Harcourt to visit. I work in Port Harcourt. And I had this boil, you know. She was nursing me. So she was so nice to me. In fact, thank God she came. She was like Jesus. So something has been on my mind. There was one time she spoke to me about flirting. Me, when they sure say I no fled that period. And they fled before they catch me and they say sorry. That day, I no come say sorry. Because I was sure. But the way I reacted, people don't even think, you know, it hurts her so badly. And for over 2-3 years, sometimes I'll be telling me just tell her I'm sorry for that day. I mean, yes, I'm talking of yes. So after nursing me, I don't tell Mumuna, you know, I can't soft. I got to her and say, baby, you remember that day? Eh? You know, something has been telling me I should tell you sorry. This babe started to cry. I didn't know it was that serious. You know? Oh boy. I tire. I bet, may I tell her I'm sorry again? So, that so little things matter, please. Sorry, no vex. Like you said, somebody they say, how are you? They rob you. You they say, what did they do you? As if na war, right? So I think those little things matter to all of us, please.
I think where we need to start from as couples is the fact that we need to discuss about everything and I mean, all things. Yes, everything. If you get into the habit of being able to open up to yourselves, being naked and not to be ashamed, it's going to be easier. At the beginning of our marriage, yes, because of Christian background, all right, the woman doesn't want you to see her as ashewo. But the question is, who are you supposed to be ashewo to? To your husband. So when you get familiar with yourself and you're able to share things with yourself, it's going to be easy. There are days my wife just say, make we do sharp. Yeah, I will do sharp. And there are days that's okay, I will stretch hand and say, I'm not in the mood. So once you understand yourself, all right, that way, it's going to be easier for the woman to say, okay, yeah, I need it, or I don't need it now. And sometimes she says, I don't need it, a little persuasion, you still have your way. But if you know, okay, I've pushed to a certain extent, she's still refusing, then something is wrong. Then you need to deal with the issue. Now, for a man, we are moved by what we see. The women are moved by what they hear. Now, there is possibility that while you are at work, the woman has said some things that scattered her system. You didn't hear that. You just came back, you met a woman in the kitchen, or you met your wife in the kitchen, all right, you just saw the backside, and, I mean, you want to have sex. But she's processing some things, all right, that she has heard that you don't know anything about, all right. That may get you denied that night. So men, we just need to understand that. And that's why sometimes they want you to probe what's really going on, all right? We all fail as men, including myself. Well, it's the case of, if you are not giving to me, I sleep. Tomorrow is another day, right? And she will be angry that, oh, no, you're supposed to have pushed further, persuaded further. You're supposed to have actually asked, what did I hear in the day? How will I know you heard something in the day? All right? So how long can you probe? All right? So, because one thing to a man, do you want to go? No, I don't want to go. And that is it. Tomorrow, yes, I want to go now. Yeah. So I think that's one of the reasons why opposite sex attract. All right? If we are created and we think the same way, there wouldn't have been anything marriage. Okay. All right? We would have just been fighting because we won't be able to complement each other. Thank you.
Well, please, can you put hands together for everybody? All right. So this is the 4th edition, in 5 years, of Oil for the Friction, and I believe there are people who have been impacted much, and the people on the stage, our panelists, they've been with us from beginning up to this moment. Please, can you celebrate them one more time? Please celebrate them. From the inception of this, program till now and moving forward, right? All right, thank you so much, our panelists. Please, can you celebrate them as they go to their seats? Please celebrate them, celebrate them.